Hey, good morning, Lakeview Intermediate. It is Friday, January the 8th, and we are kicking off and launching the last day of CLP. And I'm so excited that Monday we will be welcoming everybody back to school. It's the last day of quiet hallways. Well, we'll still have some quiet hallways during class, but you know what I mean. We're looking forward to having everybody back on Monday morning for in-person school, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But today's the last day of CLP, January 8th. Okay, let's get into our morning announcements today. First things first, and this is a repeat for those of you who've been in all week, but I want to make sure everybody's aware of all these things. Like I said, this was the last week of CLP, so that makes today the last day of CLP. Make sure you're on time. Do your best to attend everything today and participate. Your teachers are wrapping up first semester grades. Some of you are needing to get late work in. Some of you have passed deadlines already. I hope you're doing all you can to get your grades where you would love them to be, where your parents would love them to be, and show your teachers what you know at the end of this first semester. In-person school again starts Monday, January the 11th. And remember to be ready with mask, water bottle, Chromebook, and charger, okay? If you ever don't have these things, we do have some temporary ones. You know, we can give you a mask, we can give you a water bottle, but those cost money. And it really, really helps if you're responsible and bring your own, because if we had to buy masks and water for everybody, Mr. Hine run out of money to run the school. So I really need your help in making sure that you are bringing the mask and water bottle, in particular, friends, because obviously COVID is still around. There's still people who unfortunately are getting sick, and I want to keep everybody here healthy. And I know your teachers do too, so we need you to do your part to be excellent on Monday morning when you come in. Be very good about remembering spacing. We haven't been around each other for a long time, and you're seeing your friends for the first time in a long time, but we got to make sure we are keeping that distance, and the masks are always over our mouth and our nose. Okay, that's really, really important, especially starting Monday, because we want to stay in-person school and see you every day. I don't want to go back to CLP again. So do your part. Let's all team up, Team Lakeview, and make it happen. Okay, doors open at 7:10 in the morning, and that's when breakfast has also started to be served. So make sure you are, you know that you can't come before 7:10. If you do go to breakfast, my understanding is there will be 2 choices starting next week. So you will need to be, I'm going to need you all to make your choices very quickly, because between 7:10 and 7:35, when we start going back to the classrooms, that's not a lot of time. And so we can't hold up the breakfast line, taking up too much time making decisions. So please make decisions quickly, get your food, eat quickly, because again, we got to separate everybody. We got to have distance. And if people are hanging out too long, then there's not enough seats for everybody. So we need to make our choice quickly, eat quickly, not so fast you get sick, but you need to just keep eating, and we're not talking too much and being there forever and taking up a seat for someone else who could use it. So that's some breakfast reminders. All right, and then remembering first semester ends next Friday, and then we start the new semester, which for 6th graders is important because that's when you start your new electives the following Tuesday, because we won't have school Monday the 18th. So the week after next is when we will start 2nd semester classes. Mrs. Gosen asked me again yesterday, she said, Mr. Hine, can you please beg the students to bring back their library books? They want to come home. So if you've got library books that need to come back home to their bookshelf in the library, please bring them on Monday. Check the car, your bedroom, the kitchen, wherever you might read, your favorite reading chair, and bring those library books back to Mrs. Gosen that you've had possibly since November, so that you can get a new book. Get in the library, get a new book, but also get those books into the hands of other students who want to read them. And finally, just a reminder, the trash poster contest that I talked about this week, the entry deadline is January 31st. Mrs. Frame put this on Schoology, and there's the website right there. If you just go to that link, it has all the information you need to know to upload a poster that could potentially be in this Don't Trash Oklahoma anti-trash pollution calendar. And I would love to see some of our student artwork featured in it next year. When I show it off again to next year's students, I'd love to go, oh, look, here's a kid from Lakeview whose design is in there. We can make that happen, because I know we have great artists at our school. All right. You know what's next. It's time for the Miller 5 shout out.
You know you make
Friday morning Miller 5 shout out. Let's find out who it is. Our Miller 5 shout out today. I have a group of students that I'm shouting out to. So listen for these names. Here we go. Ryan Moon, Nolan Moy, Noah Newton, Madison Olvera, Kennedy Shockley, and Sky Wood. I'm looking at you. You are today's Miller 5 shout out. Why, you might ask? Well, because I've heard you've been super helpful at Click during CLP, and whenever needed, you've been helping the adults. Great helpers, making sure the room is clean at the end of the day, and just being super, super responsible and great students and great representatives of Lakeview. So way to be responsible, Ryan, Nolan, Noah, Madison, Kennedy, and Sky. That's why you are today's Miller 5 shout out, and I am very, very proud of you. Great job. All right, next it's time for Admit 1 with Mrs. Mann and Miss Conklin. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Great. We're doing good. It's Friday and our kids come back on Monday. We're so happy.
I know. I'm so happy. Today is the last day of CLP. I can't wait to see everybody on Monday. It'll be wonderful. So what have you got today? By the way, Mrs. Mann, I don't have it working yet, so it's
okay. Well, first we have to look at my handy dandy calendar. Right?
Oh, that's right. I got to remember this is part of the new routine now.
Every day is a holiday.
That's right.
Holiday. Okay, sorry. I had to do it. All right. So today is Friday, January 8th. Today is World Typing Day.
Typing.
So if you have been in Mrs. Loy's computer lit class, you know you've been working very hard on how to type properly. Some of us type like this. Not us. I don't, but some people do. But we're learning how to type for real in Mrs. Loy's class. If you haven't had her class, it's a great class to be in because you need to learn how to type. It's a skill you're going to need for life, right? We're all using computers every day. We got to know how to type. So happy World Typing Day.
All right. Everybody will be probably doing a little bit of typing today, I'm sure.
And some of us had to type on typewriters. And if you don't know what that is, Google it later, kids. They were lots of fun.
They were, for sure.
The best part was the noise. That was it.
Yes, and the little bell that would ring at the end.
And the bell.
The best part was don't make a mistake because now you got to type the whole thing over.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I just can't get away from my broken keyboard on my computer, though. There's no escape. Hey, it was an early corny joke of the day. And I tried just saying. I had to bring that one in for you.
Bonus joke. Nice.
Bonus joke today. Okay,
hey,
I need to get out of here and let you all do this.
Hey, before we get into that, though, I was talking with my daughter about school stuff, and we were talking about reading and stuff. We're still doing a reading challenge with Mrs. Gosen, right?
Yes, we are.
So students log in, do those reading challenges, tell her about those books, get those incentives, keep reading. But I think they're in the library group in Schoology, so go there to resources and find those.
They are.
Where you can submit your book report paper thing.
And since you mentioned that, I'm going to show everybody that right now, Mrs. Gosen even helped me get into the Sora app, which can be found on, that you can possibly have, or you can just go to the website through Destiny. But I'm reading a book right now that I was going to tell everybody about once I finish it on Sora using our library checkout system. And that's what Mrs. Gosen wants everybody to do. So she hooked me up with a good book, and she can hook you up too.
That's cool. Sorry, shameless plug for the library too.
Absolutely. I know she'll be grateful.
So, okay. So Miss Conklin, we've been talking about SMART goals, right? And maybe your SMART goal is to read so many books before the end of the school year. I don't know. It might be. I have friends who set that goal every year. They want to read so many books in a calendar year. So whatever your SMART goal is for you, make sure that it's SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. I was waiting for the bell. Yes, relevant and timely. So today we have a little video that we want to show you, and we'll be posting some things in Schoology to help you formulate your own SMART goals as well. So I didn't get that posted yesterday, and I do apologize. So we're going to get that in today.
You guys are going to like the video.
Maybe.
SMART goals are awesome.
I'm still trying to get it open on mine, and I can't. So.
Okay. Let me see if I can do it.
It's all you. And if you can't, then I don't know. Then we might be out of luck. but I hope we can.
We don't want to be out of luck. Can you see it?
Not yet. Are you hitting share screen at the bottom?
I'm trying. Hey.
I don't know if it allows you to.
Oh, it
There
does.
it is.
It does if you hit the right button.
Sweet. All right. I'm going to get out of here and let you take it away.
But I can't see it. Can you see it?
I can't see it. Oh, now I can. I can see us on YouTube, though.
That's not what I want to see.
There we go.
Is it full screen?
No, half screen.
There you go. Now hit play and turn up your sound.
There.
Sorry, I had my split screen going.
Yeah.
Normally it works on my computer. Thank you for being patient, students, because normally it works on my screen. It's not today. So
with split screen like our kids do. So here we go.
That's right.
Welcome back. So we've learned that it's important to keep working through your frustrations by using the right learning strategies. The more you work through your frustration, the more your brain grows, right? But it can be difficult to work through that frustration without a clear direction. That's why it's important to make SMART goals. It's an acronym. Goes like this: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, timely. Because look, you can wish all you want and say, one day I'm gonna go to the moon, and you can want that like your life depended on it. But a wish is not a goal. An example of a moon plan that consists of SMART goals would go something like this. In 20 years, I will have studied enough physics and chemistry, flown jet planes in the Air Force, worked out 4 times a week, and gotten a job as an astronaut for NASA. And this will enable me to fly a spacecraft to the moon and put my feet on it for science reasons. Specific. Put your feet on the moon. Measurable. Are your feet touching the surface of the moon? Actionable. It is actionable, that is to say doable, to study physics and chemistry, enlist in the Air Force, and go to the gym. Realistic. It's hard, but it's not impossible to become an astronaut. Timely. Here's where more realism kicks in. You won't be able to go to the moon as an astronaut overnight. 20 years seems a little more reasonable. But let's take this back to a more sensible time scale and look at our friend Thinky Pinky. Hey, buddy. TP here is interested in pull-ups, wants to be able to lift their entire mass with just the arms, this one. But pull-ups are hard. So let's take a look at Thinky Pinky's reflection journal. Quote, I want to be able to do 2 consecutive pull-ups by the end of the year by practicing pull-ups at the gym 3 times per week. Why is this a SMART goal? S is for specific. TP wants to work on pull-ups, and they're not interested in biking or weight training. There's one skill that Thinky Pinky wants to work on, and that's pull-ups. M is for measurable. What's the metric for TP's success? 2 in a row. 2 pull-ups, 1 right after the other. You've either done it or you haven't. Measurable. A is for actionable. Can it be broken down into individual tasks? Yeah. Going to the gym 3 times a week to practice feels very actionable indeed. R is for realistic. TP's not training to lift a car, just some pull-ups. T is for timely. There's a time limit on this. Thinky Pinky wants to do this in a year's time. Altogether, that's a SMART goal you got there, TP. With the power of persistence, SMART goals, and the right kind of help, you can do anything you set your mind to. You can learn anything. Happy goal setting.
Okay, so can we be like Thinky Pinky? Sure we can. Right?
We can be a Thinky Pinky by learning how to write down our SMART goal, and that kind of helps keep us accountable.
It does. It's nice to have it there as a visual, right? To remind us what we've chosen and to help keep us focused on everything. Exactly. And I liked at the beginning, Miss Conklin, because he talked about how sometimes things get really frustrating. Like we could have got really frustrated with our technology just then, but it was user error, right? So rather than just getting frustrated and then giving up, we have to use that growth mindset, right? Which we've talked about all year long. So use that growth mindset so that we can keep trudging forth and figure it out, right? Remain calm and figure it out, problem solve so that we can get to our SMART goal.
Absolutely. And a lot of times our SMART goals might seem overwhelming, like if we were going to have one to put our feet on the moon. So we need to kind of chunk it down a little bit, and we need to figure out, well, how am I actually going to get there? How am I going to get to that end result? And so that's why there again, it does help to kind of visualize it and see it and break it down and write it down. We want to say, okay, first I need to, do all these different steps so that I can get there.
Yeah, it's great to have that big overreaching goal, right? But we've got, like you said, we've got to get small goals to get us to that point. Mm-hmm. And it's okay for that big goal. Like if you want to be an astronaut, maybe that's your dream. Okay. But you're going to have a goal to get you there, right? Not a wish. Wish is not a goal. You can wish for all these things, but you got to do some effort, some action, all of those things, right? Maybe you want to read 50 books by the end of the semester. Oh, that's a lot of books. For some people, that's a ton of books. For some people, that's not so much because they read all the time. But how are you going to get there? Do you have a goal for each month that's going to get you there? If I read this many books each month, then I'm going to get down there to that goal. So it really takes some thought and some reflection. We've been talking about reflection all week, right? With what are we going to do different this year? How can we improve? So set a SMART goal. If you need help, we'll be happy to help you. And remember, goals can change a little bit, and if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. You just pick up where you were and you keep going. Mm-hmm. So
I like to have a couple of SMART goals going in my life because I do a professional one for myself and then I do one just for fun. What do I want to learn that's fun?
Yeah. You can have a personal one, maybe physical one, get more exercise. But if I just say get more exercise, that's not really specific, right? So I need to talk about what I'm going to do, right? And then, what do you want to learn academically at school? Something like that. And then challenge yourself in another way too. So
we are going to post something for you today and to help you work through those.
That's awesome. And there's been several students posting their goals in the chat, and I love that. Mrs. Gosen posted her personal reading goal, which I love. Lots of great goals out there. And remembering that, every step along the way, everything you do, like if you're working hard in school today, that's a step towards that goal. I've told you all before, I love climbing mountains. Well, I can't climb a mountain to the top if I don't climb the first half mile at the bottom of the trail. So, working hard in 4th grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade prepares you for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And doing well in 7th, 8th, and 9th prepares you for 10th, 11th, and 12th. And eventually you're a strong, capable adult who can reach that goal that you might not be able to do today, but everything you're doing is a step towards that journey, that destination at the top of the mountain. So I love that. And even sometimes when I climb a mountain, I pick a goal that's just a little bit closer. Like this, if I look at the top, sometimes I can go, oh my gosh, there's no way I can get all the way up there. But if I go, okay, can I just get to that next tree that I see like just around the corner? And I just try to make it to that tree. And then when I get to that tree, then I stop and take a deep breath, catch my breath, have a snack maybe, and then pick out another tree. And then eventually you're at the top of the mountain. And that's what we do sometimes. And I try to do every day at school. Don't try to think about the whole school year. Just what can I do today? What's the tree I can pick out today to get to? I love that.
And when you get to that tree, do you look back down to see how far you've come?
I do sometimes.
And the obstacles that you overcame to get there.
I remember sometimes looking back and I can see way off in the distance the parking lot that I parked my car at, and my car is a little speck in the distance. And I feel really good that the car is so far away and I've made it that far. Rather than focusing on how far I still have to go, I look at how far I've come. Yeah, and it really helps your mindset. It really does make you feel more positive inside when you intentionally do those things. Awesome. Well, great message, ladies. Thank you so much. I've loved this week of messages about setting goals. Perfect for the new year.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's bring in Mrs. Frame and see how she's doing today. Good morning, Mrs. Frame.
Good morning. I'm doing awesome.
Wonderful. And we're ready for a corny joke. I already delivered one, caught you off guard, but I've got another one. Mrs. Mann mentioned that in exercise and going to the gym. I think it was mentioned in the video too. So this one actually has the gym in it. So here we go. Why is a wool cardigan like a guy at the gym?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're both heavy sweaters. That's kind of gross, but it's also funny. So, Anyway, there you go. It's sweater weather today, so a sweater joke. All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Van, Ms. Conklin. I hope you all have a great Friday. And we'll see all the kids and everybody in person Monday morning.
Woohoo!
See you.
Bye-bye. All right. Mrs. Frame, let's do our pledges.
All right, go ahead and quietly stand up. Get ready for our flag salutes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Oklahoma flag salute. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. Well, let's launch this last Friday of CLP, Mrs. Frame.
I'm so happy students are coming back on Monday.
Me too. All right. We are
Lakeview.
We are definitely not
Average.
We will strive.
For the Miller 5.
And whatever it takes, we will
Grow.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
Have a fantastic Friday, Lakeview. We will see you Monday morning. Doors open at 7:10 a.m. And we'll be here for in-person learning. Can't wait to see you Monday. Have a great weekend and a great day of learning today. Bye-bye.